What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Roll Productions. We got some hot topics to talk about in today's video. I'm excited. I hope you guys are all doing well. If you're new to the channel, thank you for supporting the cause of C-Roll Productions. You guys, I'm trying to get to 20K as early as, I would say like March, but you know, it's a struggle right now. You know, YouTube is very different in the year 2024 going into 2025. But I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everybody who consistently checks out the content, likes, share, subscribe. It means the world to me, you guys. But jumping into the first topic in today's video, the X-Men, you guys. Kevin Fiege kind of confirmed that after Secret Wars, after this multiverse saga, the X-Men, that is going to be the main focus, and rightfully so. Everybody wants to see the X-Men. Everybody wants to see how Marvel Studios is going to handle the X-Men. Now, is there some kind of worry or cause for some kind of concern? Absolutely not. Look what we got from Deadpool and Wolverine, you guys. In, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine. Everything was perfect. Channing Tatum's Gambit, you guys, his first live-action iteration in the MCU, was golden. Wolverine donning the classic yellow suit, perfect. Professor X in the yellow chair in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, perfect. Beast at the end of the Marvels. So far, you guys, they are checking off all of the boxes for what I want the MCU's iteration of X-Men to be. I want the authenticity. I want them to fully embrace the source material and not be worried about their costumes like, you know, Bryan Singer was, or the studio, how they mandated, you know, the X-Men to wear black because of the Matrix was extremely hot. Unbelievable. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I am happy and I am kind of glad that Hugh Jackman never got to wear, you know, the iconic suit in those earlier X-Men films, honestly, because we wouldn't have gotten that moment in Deadpool and Wolverine. It was beautiful. It was poetic. It was perfect, you guys. So Kevin Feige kind of talked about, you know, making Endgame, and then, you know, the difference between making, you know, Secret Wars. And he was like, well, you know, with the Endgame, we kind of knew what we were going to basically do leading up towards Endgame, and not knowing what they were going to do after Endgame, because nobody really knew what they were going to do after Endgame, right? The Multiverse Saga really wasn't teased in the entire Infinity Saga. But with Secret Wars, he knows what they plan to do before and after, and he said that's the X-Men. So the Mutant Saga, you guys, is pretty much confirmed after Secret Wars, ending the Multiverse Saga. And we can all agree, we're over the Multiverse Saga. It hasn't been great, you guys. You know, I feel like there's been more misses than hits. But I'm excited to see what they do with the, you know, this brand new version of the X-Men in the MCU and who they plan to cast. Is Hugh Jackman coming back to play Wolverine? Is Channing Tatum's Gambit going to be, you know, a part of this group? There's so many things to talk about. But they do have a writer, you know, Michael Leslie. We all know that. There is no current director for X-Men as of right now. But I would like to see the OG lineup. Give me Cyclops. Give me Storm. And don't even give me Storm. Introduce Storm in Black Panther 3. So give me Cyclops, give me Jeans, give me Jean, give me Professor X, give me Iceman, give me like Morph, and give me Beef, you know, Beast. Oh my God, I can't talk today. Give me Beef, give me Beast. You know, I wanted them to keep it real simple, because realistically, the X-Men, they're most likely going to get a trilogy, you guys, and they're going to show up in different projects. So you don't have to go full blown all of the X-Men in the first X-Men film. You don't have to. So do, you know, the basic lineup first. I don't see, and that's the difficult part. Like, is it going to be an origin story? Like, it's going to be, I'm so hyped for the X-Men, you guys. Michael Leslie is going to be writing this stuff. And the fact that he's writing it right now, who knows when they're going to start shooting this? I mean, I'm pretty sure they already have, you know, ideas of where they want to take the story for villains, you know, Apocalypse or, you know, Sinister. Who knows? X-Men 97 is extremely hot right now. And, you know, Sinister was such a smash hit for that particular show, you guys. I wouldn't doubt they would want to lean in that direction. But whatever they do, whatever they're cooking up, you guys, we are in good hands. And speaking of X-Men, Dafne Keen says she's had 0 conversations with Marvel Studios about returning as X-23. Now, should we believe her? She did lie. She was like, no, I'm not going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. Why would I? She did the whole Andrew Garfield, and I get it. You have to lie because you can't make that massive spoiler or like that reveal. Although in the last trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, she did show up. So obviously not. But I honestly do believe that she doesn't know. I don't think they've had any conversations You know, I don't see where you can really fit her into, you know, a Doomsday or, you know, Avengers Secret Wars. You already have so many characters. It's crucial that your legacy characters get the amount of screen time that they deserve so their stories are wrapped up. But I would like to see X-23 in the future. I'm not saying I don't want to see her fully replace Wolverine and the X-Men, but I would like to see her alongside Hugh Jackman. You know, even giving them like a whole film together again, because Logan was absolutely phenomenal with those two characters. And to see them reunite in Deadpool and Wolverine was perfect, you guys. So perfect. But X-Men are coming our way, you guys, and I cannot wait. I am excited. The Fantastic Four, you guys. We have the official synopsis for the Fantastic Four First Steps. Let's read it, shall we? So, the film follows Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm as they face their most daunting challenge yet. Forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, they must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer, Julia Gardner's character. And if Galactus planned to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, it suddenly gets very personal. Now, apparently, that's because Galactus is going after Franklin Richards, Sue and Reed's son, who is extremely powerful, you guys. Like an Omega level threat powerful. Like he can reality warp, and you know, I forgot what comic book it was. I think it might have been Secret Wars, where he literally, he saved the entire multiverse. That's how powerful this kid is. But why is Galactus going after him? That's the interesting part to me. Why is it personal for Galactus? I really want to know. Like that, it's beyond crazy to me. So, like I said, he helped restore the multiverse following its collapse due to the incursions. We are currently dealing with incursions after Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Hopefully, with Doctor Strange 3, they'll explain a little bit more of that with him and Clea, you know, going off and doing their own thing. But I am so excited for, you know, the Fantastic Four First Steps. Like, honestly, apparently, you know, their scheduling right now is great. Honestly, it could release. I have a feel. I don't think it's going to move from that July release date. But you know, if they're ahead of the schedule, that is nothing but great news to hear. Because you know, with recent Marvel projects and them scrapping ideas and you know doing a whole bunch of rewrites and reshoots, I'm happy that the Fantastic Four First Steps and Matt Shakman and the whole creative team over there is doing wonderful, and that they're ahead of schedule. What's his name? Galactus, the actor, Ralph Ineson. Apparently he has one more day of shooting, and he wraps shooting on, you know, Fantastic Four as Galactus. I'm like, man, I can't wait to see how they handle Galactus. He's not going to be some ginormous, ugly cloud like, you know, in The Rise of the Silver Surfer. Still love the film. Guilty pleasure of mine. But, you know, I can't wait to see how he's going to look practical, you guys. Especially since how we got the Celestials, you know, in the Eternals. How it was so perfect. I was like, Galactus is going to be on a whole nother level. Just how beautiful those scenes are going to feel with Galactus and Silver Surfer. I am so ecstatic about this film. And apparently, you know, the film starts off, I don't know how true this is, it starts off like a montage of the Fantastic Four, kind of, you know, fighting their iconic classic villains. Nothing big like Mole Man apparently is going to, you know, be revealed that, you know, he was one of the characters that they've, you know, introduced and they've, you know, fought multiple times. So I'm like, oh, so this isn't an origin story. Or maybe it is an origin story, and, you know, mixed in, you know, with, you know, the past and present. You know, whatever it may be, I'm still excited about it. You know, some people don't want an origin story because they're like, well, we've had it so many times, you know, with the Fan Force stick and, you know, the Chris Evans one. I'm like, I don't care. This is totally different. This is in the MCU. Give me an origin story. They charted in the 60s, you guys. That shit meant something when Doctor Strange said that in the Multiverse of Madness. It meant something. But I'm hyped. I cannot wait, you guys. So apparently Marvel Studios is looking to bring Tom Hollands Spider-Man for a cameo for Daredevil Born Again, you guys. Now, they start shooting the second part of this season next year. And if they're looking to bring in Tom Holland Spider-Man for a cameo in New York City, I mean, why not? This is where the heroes reside. This is where they are. I mean, Hell's Kitchen, you know, Queens, they're like so connected. And it's weird that these heroes never encounter each other or never see each other. So I would love to see that. And a lot of fans would love to see Tom Holland Spider-Man interact with a Charlie Cox Daredevil. I mean, that would be so freaking awesome. And then eventually lead to Kingpin in like a Spider-Man 5 or Spider-Man 6. I mean, it's ruined right now that, you know, the Spider-Man films after Secret Wars, after Multiverse Saga is over, they're going to kind of lean into the Devil's Reign storyline of, you know, Wilson Fisk being mayor or whatever, and him, putting, all the like outlaws for vigilantes. That would be so intriguing to really focus on these much smaller scale characters and, smaller scale stories and getting out of this multiverse stuff would be absolutely okay with me, you guys. I would not be mad whatsoever. I would be so excited, especially with Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man 4 is going to be a massive multiverse storyline, and apparently that takes place after Avengers Doomsday, which makes sense because they both start shooting next year. So Spider-Man 4 takes place after Avengers Doomsday. We're still kind of in the mix of the Multiverse Saga because Secret Wars hasn't ended. And, Dr. Doom's going to make his appearance in the Fantastic Four First Steps. I don't know if he's going to show up in Spider-Man 4. Who knows? But a lot of people can't wait for that interaction to see, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, go up against, Robert Downey Jr.'s, Dr. Doom. I don't know if he's going to have the same face. I don't know if he's going to be heavily disfigured. And, I don't know how I feel about that just yet. But, he was that whole father figure mentor in the MCU with a lot of fans did, they didn't care for it, you guys. They didn't. They're like, oh, it's little Tony Stark, and I understand the frustration, but I'm still looking forward to, the future where Spider-Man leads, especially going after Spider-Man No Way Home, the much more, mature Spider-Man, someone who's gone through so much stuff, who feels desperately alone right now in his life, going off to college. Like, there's so many great realistic elements and relatable elements that they can play off of for Spider-Man. I love it, and I cannot wait. That's why I love, Spider-Man so much as a character, because he could just relate to him so much. I am so excited, you guys. I cannot wait. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about today's topics. The synopsis for the Fantastic Four, Galactus going after, the entire family, including their child. Kind of going to be crazy, you guys, but I'm excited. Post your comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching C-Roll Productions. Peace.